So I'm going to show you actually code that actually trains up 2 different neural nets. And I call it, these are bears and professors. So here what I wanted to do was be able to train a network that could differentiate between different types of bears, that could differentiate between grizzly, and actually I think that's the grizzly, that could differentiate between grizzly, brown, and teddy bears. That's one. So I wanted to train up a network where I could just show it an image and it would tell me it's grizzly, brown, or teddy. And then I also wanted to train up a network that would tell me, at least make a guess about whether, based on a professor's image on their website, what area they were in, psychology, art history, how well could it do? So here's the code that I wrote for the bears. And this is its code in its entirety. So the whole first part is really just getting to the point where it is defining where the data is. And then what it does is it actually managed all the data for me. And then in a single sentence, a single call, I create, and that CNN stands for convolutional neural net. It actually took a pre-trained network, it's called ResNet34, and trained up a network that had near perfect performance. And all I had to do was find a whole bunch of pictures. So I found about 200 pictures of bears online, trained it on that, and then now I have a bear detector. And that was the sum total of the work that I needed to do. So I did the same thing with professors, and all I had to do was create a new listing. And so now instead of just Teddy's, Grizzly, and Black, now I have archaeology, art history, chemistry, comp sci. So I have now a folder with a bunch of pictures of professors labeled such that they're labeled with what field they're in, and then everything else is the same. All the rest of the code is the same. The only code which is different is really the data that it's trained on. So now I took something which 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, would have been PhD level stuff. If I could have gotten a professor identification program running, that's dissertation level work right there. So that means that's like 6 years, or I'd say 3 to 4 years worth of work. And I'm able to do it now with a couple of lines of code. And frankly, it took me about 2 hours to do that. So the world is changing because of pre-trained networks and because of these frameworks which allow us to put models into production.